Bitcoin just confirmed its weekly cycle low by simply going above $180,000. Yes, guys, this is the time to enter the crypto market. If you still didn't enter and you basically overslept for the last couple of weeks, you didn't see what happened in the market. Now you have the chance to re-enter the market, and you know how you have to do it? Basically using the cycle indicators. In order to use the cycle indicators, you go to strategymaster.io. I'm at the URL from every single video. You go and get the cycle indicators. You look for the 4-hour, 2-hour, or 12-hour cycle bottom, and you basically buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum, and buy altcoins, because the next 2 months will be the explosive months. I recommend watching the last video that I pushed in the channel where I talked about how the crypto market is going to develop in the next months and why many people will become very, very rich soon. Now, I'm in one of the most interesting places in the world. It's actually the very first time I am here. I am in Singapore, which is very far away from Europe, where I'm usually in. And I also have a special guest just behind me. That's why this video is a bit different. And we have Jordan Crypto for the Jordan Crypto channel. And Jordan is very experienced trader that I met. When did we meet for the very first time? Do you remember?
Dubai at the Bybit headquarters.
Exactly. It was like a couple of months ago in Dubai during the Token 24/9 conference. Again, when we were full in the crypto was in the full swing. And Jordan, at that time, I remember you talked a lot about bots, you talked about trading. It was very kind of generic, and I didn't really understand your strategy. But to date, Jordan proved that he's, I would say, one of the best traders, because you conquered Fefe, you conquered Fefe, who's the crypto band trader. You conquered other traders. Now, can you tell a little bit what happened today and where we are in the day?
All right, so we're in Singapore at Token 2049. We're at a side event, which was the first major global esports trading championship. And I came here today with a good flow, got through the first round, managed to take home the gold for the championship, my first trading tournament, gold medal, feels good, made some cash. And you know what? It's just a sign, never give up, right? Always follow your dreams, be consistent, and you'll make it. Believe, dream, and you'll make it.
Exactly. And why I like Jordan, actually, one of the reasons why I like Jordan is because he's a very humble guy. When I get connected to other, I would say, influencers or traders, they have a high ego, right? Because they think that they are the best traders. And us and you guys in the channel, we are very simple, humble, down to earth guys. And that's what I noticed in Jordan. And I was actually following his channel for a very long time. Throughout all these months, I was always going, commenting, and seeing him actually go up. So if you want to see how Jordan is trading and if you want to learn from him, I will put his link in the description down below. So simply go to the description, click on his link, follow Jordan, and see how he's trading and how he's seeing the market, because our strategies are different. However, both of us are profitable. Can you tell a little bit about your strategy and how do you trade?
All right, so risk management 101. That's what I'm all about. Solid strategy, learn everything before you do anything. Backtest the strategy of over 1,000 trades before you use any real margin. It sounds grueling, but that will stop you from losing money. And eventually you will actually make a lot of money instead of losing a bit, making a bit, being lucky, being unlucky. And yeah, I run a community where we're just teaching the basics, taking it slow, learning what it means first to conquer the mentality of being wealthy, the mentality of being successful, before you can conquer the technicalities.
And I totally agree with him. If you look at the Strategy Master blog, which I'm writing, you'll also see I talk a lot about mindset. It's not only strategy, it's not only putting your money in the market, but it's actually understanding how to risk manage, how to think about the market, and when to actually enter, when to exit. You don't have to trade every day. I trade maybe once a week. How much you trade?
Yeah, I would say a couple trades a week, 7 trades a week. You're looking good.
So Jordan is saying more than me, but again, we have our lives and travel the world. We don't have to spend every single minute of our life trading. So guys, now I want to jump straight back into the chart to look at the weekly and the daily cycles for Bitcoin. Looking at the weekly Bitcoin chart, we can see that we just made a new weekly cycle low on the week 25, and we are currently resuming to the upside. Bitcoin jumped from $110,000 to $120,000 right now, and we can expect Bitcoin to actually smash all-time highs, which are at 123 area very, very soon. Now, why I'm so sure that we are going to smash all-time high is because that's how weekly cycles work. If you were following these videos or you were following Strategy Master, you know what happens at the weekly cycle high. Now, look at that. On the end of April, we had a new weekly cycle high, and we've seen more than 6 weeks in a row of an upwards action,
purely upwards action. We made a new all-time high. We had some retracements after we made the all-time high right here, of course, because then the weekly cycle was very high and it had to go down. And then we resumed to the upside to make an ultimate weekly cycle top on the week 18. This is something that we're going to repeat for Bitcoin right now. So brace for the impact. We are going up and you're going to make a lot of money if you're positioned into Bitcoin. Now, we are going to also switch to daily cycle to understand when is the best time to enter, because I do not recommend entering at this price right now. And we're going to know why very, very soon. Now, look at these indicators at the bottom of the screen. These indicators are going to tell you when you want to buy Bitcoin. And actually, this time is now. 2 weekly cycle is at bottom, 1 weekly cycle is going up. This is the time in general to buy spot. Even if you buy now, even if you don't follow the cycle indicators on smaller time frames, you will still be good. Now, let me switch from the weekly to the 1 day time frame so you can understand where are we in the 60-day cycle for Bitcoin. We see that I painted this picture right here, this blue line, 2 weeks ago when Bitcoin was still about 116K area before the crash to the 110. And I predicted with very high accuracy where Bitcoin is going to go and where it is going to make the 60-day cycle bottom. Now, we bottom faster than we expected. We actually bottom on the day 54, which usually happens in the very bullish cycles. We can see that right now the price is retracing, even better said, consolidating. In order to know when is the perfect time to enter the market, we want to go even to a smaller time frame, to 2-hour time frame. I'm going to switch to my small time frame strategy, which is available for every single premium user of Strategy Master. If you still don't have access, just go to strategymaster.io, get the access to these indicators. Now, let me remove the 2-hour cycle and let me remove the 3-day cycle, which is not really necessary right now. Let me also remove the 1-day cycle. We can see that Bitcoin is actually overbought. The 4-hour cycle is at the top. The 12-hour cycle is also at the top. Is it a good time to enter Bitcoin? No, it is not. So if you are thinking, or if you missed this move and if you want to enter right now, don't do it. Simply don't do it. You simply want to wait for the 4-hour cycle bottom. And you can see once the 4-hour cycle goes down, this blue line, once it goes down, it makes an ultimate local bottom. This is where you want to enter the market, and you want to hold the position until the 12-hour cycle top. So you enter here and you exit exactly where we are right now. So if you enter in the position at $110,000, I recommend you to actually exit the position, take the profit, and wait for another 4-hour cycle low. We trade cycles because we know how to make money with cycles. Market moves in cycles. It never goes up for an indefinite amount of time. It never goes down for a prolonged amount of time. It always moves in cycles. So we make a 4-hour cycle bottom, we go down, or in the best case, like we did here, we actually stay for the same price. We stay, we accumulate. Once this indicator is below 20, then you have to enter. Once you enter, you wait until you go until the 12-hour cycle high. Then you exit the position. You rinse and repeat. So I know everybody's feeling FOMO right now, but don't enter the market too early because it is not the time to do that. If you go to Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum is actually exploding because this is what I was saying in my previous video, that Ether will outperform Bitcoin in this last stage of the bull market. However, for Ether, we're in a very similar situation. The 4-hour cycle is overbought. The 12-hour cycle is also overbought. Do you want to buy Ether at 4.5K right now? No, you don't want to do that. You simply want to wait until one of these cycle indicators goes below 20. And the 4-hour cycle will do it very, very soon within the next few days. So next Monday or next Tuesday, we're going to see the bottom on the 4-hour cycle. This is when you want to enter the market. So relax, start selling your positions, have a very good weekend. Don't do any crazy actions because this weekend will be a consolidation weekend. This weekend will show how much we're going to retrace on every single coin. And you want to simply wait until the bottom of the cycle. You wait until the 4-hour comes here or the 12-hour comes here, and then you re-enter with size. This is how we profit. This is how we make money. So last thing I want you to do, I want you to go to my channel and click the subscribe button. We almost hit 400 subscribers, which is great, which is an amazing start for me as a cycle trader. I try to push videos every couple of days where I talk about cycles and where I answer the question, is it a good time to enter the market, or it's better to keep your USDT or USDC aside and wait for a better entry? Subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe for Strategy Master, and see you on the next one.